Metal Rules with Cruz. Would you like to introduce yourselves before you put that in your mouth?
I'm Archie, the lead singer and the lead guitar player, and a songwriter as well in a band called Cruz.
Hey, I'm Johnny. I also play lead guitar and write the songs.
Well, welcome back to the UK.
Thank you.
Was the last time you were here when you were here
in October, was it?
Yeah, October. We played in Heart of Hell and we played in Norwich.
And we played in the Barfly.
Yeah.
In Camden.
Oh, nice.
It was like a promotion tour.
Yeah, just
Only
3 shows, but
yeah.
the Barfly show was like packed, and it was the first headline show for us in the UK, so that was pretty cool.
I was thinking, one of the other gigs you played, I think in May last year, was the Underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good gig as well.
Yeah, we toured with the Voodoo 6.
Yeah.
Did like 10 shows or something.
Yeah.
Quite a different sort of atmosphere with if you got the Barfly and the Underworld. It's quite
It
small and very intense in comparison to the Academy.
It is. We'll see tonight what happens. I'm excited, for sure. Is that definitely, if you don't count the Hard Rock Hell, which was a festival, that was a pretty big venue, but this is the biggest venue we've done, like, in London.
Yeah.
So what I've just come back from the same festival they have, but they have it in March.
Oh yeah.
Were you on the second stage?
We were on the
main stage, I think.
Was it the main? Yeah, it was the same stage that Queensryche played at.
Yeah.
So that was the main sage.
Yeah, there's a definite size difference between that and Underworld.
Yeah, there is. That was pretty huge. I was like, oh man.
Back in Finland, we usually played places like this by ourselves, so it's not so different.
It's old hat now. It's easy.
Yeah, but it's a different country, so
yeah,
it's always
different.
Yeah. There's always the element of surprise.
And we are the warm-up band, so
the responsibility is on you to make sure that everything starts well.
Exactly. And if the front row is filled with Amaranthe fans that hate us, that's going to be... Your new album's only been out now for 2 days.
2 days?
In the UK? Yeah. But in Finland it came out a week ago or so.
How does it feel? Because obviously you know the album very, very well by now, but when the release date comes out, obviously for the fans, that's good, they can go buy it. But does it feel new for you that day?
No, it doesn't, but it's a relief, because I think that's the second that, you're pregnant the whole time, for a fiddle, with like, and the day that record comes out, it feels like a huge relief. That's the only time it feels like, yeah, it's done now. Because, nobody's heard it before that, except for some, reporters or my mom or his mom or or stuff like that. So the day the record comes out, it's really the day that it feels like to me that the record is done.
It's proper.
Yeah.
And we waited like 4 months to release it. Like it was ready already in October, I think. Actually, we got the final masters in Heart of Hell. So
yeah, that was the first time we listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
The night after our gig in Heart of Hell.
And you had to wait sort of that amount of time to come back in, kind of spring.
Yeah.
It's almost about as warm as it's going to get in the UK for a while. But you're from Finland. This is
it's alright.
Summer for you.
Yeah. Actually, it's sunny and warm in Helsinki right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like rainy and cold when we left, but as soon as we left, our friends started posting pictures on Facebook and stuff about sunshine and warm weather and
Well, actually, now you mention it, it did get a little bit worse weather today.
Oh, shit.
Arrived.
We're ruining the weather everywhere we go.
I bet when we go to Spain there will be snowing.
Yeah. I bet like even Los Angeles is gonna turn to storms or something. When
You basically track your tour by just watching the weather reports.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stormbringers.
Stormbringers coming.
Normally, the first album often tends to be the self-titled album, and you've done it slightly the other way around.
Yeah, because this time I think we found our own sound and we made it by ourselves. I recorded it and mixed it also, so it's like...
It's a defining sound for us. And we actually decided back in 2007 actually that when we released the first album it needs to be called Screaming for Adrenaline.
So it has to be called that.
Yeah. So, yeah. When we got that, out of our hands,
we couldn't figure anything out, and we had to name it Santa Cruz.
We promised to each other. Yeah. Yeah.
But it came pretty naturally for us to call it Santa Cruz because we couldn't find any other name.
Well, I remember we just looked at each other, and we were like, "Dude, this is gonna be self-titled, right?"
Yeah, right.
You've thought of all these songs, you can't do another decision.
Yeah. Exactly. Excuse me while I pose.
So how was the sort of the process of doing the whole album and everything for this album in comparison to the first?
It was quite. Well, it started over a year ago when we had a bunch to pull, but
it was a long process because the first album was recorded live like 3.5 days. So now we did this album in a year.
But we still managed to get ourselves into a rush because we had summer festivals the whole summer, and when it came to the final sessions, we were quite busy with the songs and with the whole with the lyrics and stuff because we'd been touring the whole summer.
Yeah, and I said to our booking agent, do not book any shows in fall because we're in the studio. Yeah. But he did. so we had to play a couple of shows in Finland, but it turned out to be good.
It sucks to go out of the studio to play a show.
Yeah,
when
you're on a roll.
Yeah.
Doing stuff, yeah.
And it messes up your mind when you're set up to do something, and you go out there, play older songs, then you go back to the studio on Monday, and you need a few days to
refocus.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard your video, just lyrics at the moment. When are we going to be seeing the very grand?
We'll see. It's under
construction.
Yeah.
What, the castle or the video?
Yeah, there's a castle, but not from the outside, so it doesn't look like a castle. It's just a huge white room, white hall that looks like something from a church or something.
It's we can reveal that it's actually Middy's funeral, our bass player's funeral in the video, but nothing else.
Did he volunteer for that, or did you just know you're going to die in this video?
We said to him, dude, you need to do this. I was like, oh, crap. You always gets that part. When we had the ones before, we were like, Middy, you need to put drumstick in your eye. I'm like, oh, shit, why me? But he plays the part well, so why not?
Yeah.
The bullied one.
So have you already got a list of other accidents that are going to happen to him for your next videos?
No, but we're gonna
them off a
It
list.
sounds like a theme developing there.
We're gonna make something cool up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We can use our imagination. And when we get the $1 million budgets, we'll do something really cool.
Like really killing.
If you had that, if you had unlimited funds, because your music's very more sort of stadium-esque. If you had that amount of money, what would you do for a video?
Something like Estranged by Guns N' Roses. Something epic and with totally no sense at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm always been a huge movie fan, so probably something that will look like a big screen movie.
You could do your own version of Wayne's World.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. One of my favorite movies when I was a kid. You'd never guess right.
I was going to say. But if you could do, if you could take over, say, Wembley Stadium, which I think you've got that sort of sound coming out of some of your songs.
Yeah, we should be playing there.
Yeah.
You should be.
Tonight.
Tonight.
No, but that's a big dream for us.
It's probably the.
And no Finnish bands have played Wembley before. Nightwish is playing Wembley Arena.
Him
played the stadium. They warmed up for Metallica.
Yeah.
But people threw like rotten tomatoes over them and stuff. So when we get there, we don't want to have the tomatoes.
You prefer oranges.
Oh yeah, they're healthy and nutritious. Yeah. With a lot of vitamins.
But if you were going to have that kind of big show, what sort of things would you do to make it special? Because one band did, I think this was the Arena, did come around the stadium attached to the ceiling, playing guitar on a giant white striped tiger.
That would be cool. But I think that the stadium is open, right? It has no ceiling.
No.
So we would probably come down with parachutes or something.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Like James Bond style.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Van Halen did that, but they actually didn't do it because they made it seem like they do it, but it was stuntmen, and they ran up from behind of the stage. And the stuntmen just went like this. So if we did it, we'd do it for real. We'd go parachute school and stuff for like.
And probably end up dead, but.
Yeah.
Everything to make the show good.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's sort of next for you after you've finished this section of the tours?
We have a couple of shows in Finland, and then we're going to US tour with Amaranthe also. And then it's already a summer, and we have loads of festivals coming up. And then hopefully we'll be back here in next fall, and in the States, and hopefully Japan.
Well, the next thing in my mind is the beer after the show. So.